Here's a brief video on creating a progress report. If we select our patient, we only have one note here, but assuming that we were on our 10th visit, where Medicare requires a progress report and G-code reporting, the way we would do that is we would go to our activity by documents, because everything other than a SOAP note is located in activity by documents. We go to new document. We want to find the Medicare Progress Report discharge form, required every 10 visits and a discharge. Select that. It will automatically bring up the form. We'll pretend that this is the correct date. You'll notice all the information has been imported automatically, including your goals. Your job here is to add comments to your goals, which cannot be done right here on the boxes, but through the bullseye or activity by goal screen or incident goals. So we click on the bullseye with the plus sign, just like we did for the evaluation. But instead of changing the actual goals, we change the comments, because you don't change a long-term goal unless you're changing your plan of care and need a new signature by a physician. You can go into the comments and make comments of your progress toward your long-term goal, which is a Medicare requirement for a progress report. For example, patient to improve sit and reach test score by blank inches to allow for independence putting on shoes and socks. So if this goal had said 8 inches, maybe we'll say currently improved by 4 inches. You put your comments here just to say what progress you've made towards each long-term goal. You can add a percentage if you wanted to, and if you met the goal, you could also document that here by saying yes, it's been met, and the date it's been met, but only if it's completely met. If your goal here, let's say it said 8 inches and you've gotten to 4, you could happily put 50%. And we say okay. The comments do not show up here until we leave the form and come back to it. It's just there's no auto refresh button. Now the assessment is where you summarize, basically as can be seen from above, from all the progress made towards the long-term goals and all the progress documented, blah, blah, blah. The patient's doing awesome. They can't live without us. So we write whatever we write here as our assessment, or maybe there's an assessment as to why there isn't enough progress, or whatever you determine is your assessment. Your prognosis for continued treatment. Here's where you do your G codes. You don't change the category. If you already have a category, you select it. You give your new current level based on whatever means you measured it the first time for the evaluation, and your goal is the same as it was on your evaluation. Clinical reasoning used to determine, and then plan of care continue unchanged unless there's something else you need to write, or if you wanted to document something specifically in here. Once you're done with this and you've entered all the pertinent information, you can sign the way you would sign any other document. You can also enter objective findings and things like that in the comment section, or you could enter them in your assessment section as well. Just to show you what this will look like when it's done, pretending there is some writing in these boxes, we'll leave the document. Now we'll come back to it by double clicking. Now our comments show up here. We want to view what it would look like printed, and here it is. We can close it and say cancel.